Greetings, blessed love, and a mighty royal welcome to my channel. This is I am Life and Light Productions, and Jasparks, I am your host. Today's topic is to be born again and become as a child in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. And I want to start with some scriptures pertaining to the topic. Okay, so we're going to start with except your righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees, you shall in no wise enter the kingdom of heaven. And again, not everyone that saith, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. And except he be converted and become as children, he cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. And it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And last but not least, except a man be born of the water and of the Spirit, he can in no wise enter the kingdom of heaven. You see it? So, blessed love, my royal people. I pray all is well with each and every eye today, giving thanks for life, health, strength, and prosperity. The joy of salvation is I and I. And we do give thanks for such glory and beauty that shineth forth from within. You see it? So, yeah, man, today's topic to be born again. You see it? To which the brother Nicodemus say, how can he be born again? Shall he return a second time into his mother's womb to be born again? You know, to which Christ turned to him and said, no, man. A man must be born of the water and of the Spirit in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven. You know? So, what it is to be born of the water and of the Spirit. What it is to become a child again in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. What is it for your righteousness to have to exceed the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees for you to enter into the kingdom of heaven? You see? So, I want to start, you see, it's like a little bounce around, and I want to find the right place to start from. But in any sense, okay? Let's start with, except the righteousness, your righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees, you shall not enter the kingdom. Okay? So, what they're saying is that, just as you show love, joy, and happiness to your own, you do for your own, right? The scribes and the Pharisees, who is the so-called wicked, they also do the same. They do good for their own. They treat their own good and care for their own and love their own, protect their own. So, if you is only loving your own, then your righteousness is not exceeding the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees. So now you must love your enemies, because the scribes and the Pharisees do not love their enemies. You see? So by you loving your enemies, it makes your righteousness more or exceeds the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees. All right? Next one is, not everyone that saith, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom, but he that doeth the will of my Father in heaven. You see? Now, this one says now, many people, they're always saying, Lord, 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 and, saying they're going to church and all these kind of things like that, But you're calling on the Lord. But your word, the very word that you speak out of your mouth, you're not living by. You see it? So, your Father in heaven is the light in your mind. You see it? And whenever you have an idea, a light pop up, you have an idea, a thought, you see it? A desire. Something that you have to do, that you say to yourself you will do for yourself or for others. And then you do not accomplish it. You see, you're not fulfilling the will of your Father in heaven. You see, and if you do not fulfill your word, accomplishing the will of your Father in heaven, you shall not enter into his kingdom. You see? Simple. Next one. I want to save that one for last. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. You know? With this one here, you see, when you have riches and you have money, you know what I'm saying? In this world that is created, right? Everything is run by money. Yes, right? Anything you want, you could get with money. So the rich man, as long as he has money, in a sense, don't have any need or wants for anything. So he will not go into the kingdom of heaven to try and manifest something. Yes, right? Because his money in his hand is doing all the manifesting for him that he needs. Yes, right? So as long as you have an abundance of money, it will be very hard for you to go into your mind to seek within the kingdom of the mind to receive something through faith. Yes, right? So that's why they say it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. Not that the rich man is bad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he have the money. And his money is used in this created system for everything you desire. Money is the answer for everything. So as long as you have the money, you have the answer. And you will not go into your kingdom, you see, and seek through your kingdom to receive things through faith. You see? Basically, that's what it's saying. Now, except a man be born again of the water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom. All right, now, this goes back to the previous video that I did, which is fasting with prayers. You see? And I was thinking about it. I was meditating with my mind over it in my mind. And I was saying that the 40 days and 40 nights that Christ went through, you see it? When he was born again of the water and of the Spirit. You see it? Now, in the world, they will tell you that, oh, you got to go get baptized in the church. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the water that he's speaking about. You see it? Baptism in the church do not bring you any closer to Christ, to being converted or to being reborn. You see it? Baptism in the church does none of that for you. You see it? To be born of the water and of the Spirit is going through a fast. You see it? You got to go through a 40-day fast on water. You see it? A water fast. You see it? Like I was mentioning to the eyes them, the 3 days and 3 nights Epiphany fast. And the Son of Man is going to arise to you. Is going to appear and show himself to you. So imagine the 40-day fast. So this is what it's talking about. It started talking about going through 40 days without eating and just drinking water only. You know, a lot of people talk and say that water has no value and all these kind of things, and you know, but you see, water is one of the most profitable elements on the planet because it carries memory. You see it? And the water, it removes toxins. You know what I'm saying? So you can speak to water and the water will remember what you say to do it. Because remember, the water is a living being. You see it? So to be born of the water and of the Spirit is to go through a fast with prayers using water only. So now you're drinking water and your food is the word. which is the Spirit. You see it? Through that way, you will enter into the kingdom of heaven. You see? And the last one, but not least, is except ye be converted and become as children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Now, this one is very important, because when you look at it, you got to look at a child, you know what I'm saying, and try and understand what they're saying when they say, if you don't be converted and become as a child, you cannot enter. When you consider a child, you know what I'm saying, a little baby, 2, 3 years old, 4 years old coming up, you know what I'm saying, and their mind, you see it? Now, they are very, how you would say, gullible, you know what I'm saying, but it's not gullible, but they actually are open to suggestions that when you get older, people will say that you're gullible too, once you're open to all these suggestions, like a child, right? But a child is open to suggestions. A child's mind does not operate like how an adult mind operates. You see? Because the child doesn't know much. You see? So when you give the child an instruction or give it a belief or a concept, there is not much in the child's mind to battle with that concept or belief or to question it. You know what I'm saying? And to evaluate it and, to say, well, if this is good for me. No, the child accepts it without question. Whatever you give to a child coming up, they accept it without question. And this is very important in order to enter the kingdom. You see, a child also is very innocent. You know what I'm saying? Unless you teach a child certain violence and them thing, no. A child will always be loving, will always be kind, will always be merciful. You see? Will always be forgiving. You know what I'm saying? When you look at little babies, you see little babies get angry and they get vexed and right back the back playing with the same person. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't hold things. They let go. You know what I'm saying? They let go of things very easily. Like I have a story with my son. My youngest son, King Shango. And for a couple nights, King Shango, he would get up in the morning and tell me that, there is a certain little boy who used to come and play in our yard, and we stopped him from coming for whatever reasons, but, we stopped him. And, a while passed, months passed, then King Shango come getting up in the morning and saying that he's fighting with the little boy in his mind, in his dream. He and the little boy fighting in the dream and all kind of thing. I said, and it went on for a couple nights. So say about probably, and it didn't, not like back-to-back nights. It might happen tonight, then it might happen 2 days later or 3 days later, and he will come back and tell me. So I think it's like the third time he come back and tell me. I told him then that, no, you and that boy is friends. You all can't be fighting. You all don't fight. You all love each other as children. You know what I'm saying? And you all play with each other all the time. So when I told him that he was sitting on the bed. He kind of looked within himself and he like, we're friends? So I said, yes, you all are friends and you all don't fight. So he say, okay, run outside and he go on playing. He go on playing with the rest of youths, them and thing. You see that night there when he went to sleep and we got up the next morning, you know what he said to me? He said, Daddy, me and the little boy, he called the little boy name. Me and the little boy was playing. And we played so nice and we had so much fun, Daddy. I say, yes, because you and that little boy is friends. You see it? So this is what it means when you got to be converted and become as a child again. You got to be able to change your concepts and beliefs at will. in order to enter the kingdom of heaven and receive anything from it. Because what it is to enter the kingdom? To enter the kingdom means you are going into your mind's eye. You're closing your eyes, you're going in a meditative state, very calm, relaxed state. And then you're activating your human imagination to create pictures of things and situations that you want. You see? Like if you want to live in a better neighborhood, better place, better house, whatever, you will go into your mind and you will visualize the type of place you want to be in. And you will see yourself there, walking the streets, wherever it may be, walking in the room. If it's a house, you walking through your house, you have your house designed. So you have to create some sort of mental image before you go into your meditation. So you have to like draw it out or something, have some sort of image to go by before you go into your mind, right? And when you go into your mind, you walk through the house in your mind. And when you're walking through the house in your mind and doing all these things in your mind, you're actually there in spirit. And then you feel the energy of it in your solar, that you're there. You start to feel this sense of joy, this sense of thrill. And then you will amplify it, sending it out into the universe, increasing that thrill. You know what I'm saying? So in order to do that, you have to be able to get past your subconscious mind. Not your sorry. You have to be able to get past your conscious mind. Because your conscious mind is that mind where it questions everything that tries to go into the subconscious mind. It is our guard. You know what I'm saying? It's our defense. So whenever a new idea comes to us, what your conscious mind is going to do is going to go into your memory bank and pull up all the things that pertain it that you know from before to this, that coincide with this new idea. And if it's against it, all your old ideas will stand against it and it will not enter and come in to your subconscious mind for it to become your reality. Your conscious mind is going to block it out. So by becoming a child again, by acquiring the mind of a child, you're still in your conscious mind to the point that you accept anything that you feel within yourself is true. And you just accept it. And you ain't got to sit down and analyze within your mind, like how I should say. Okay, like take for instance, how you would manifest money. You have no money in your pocket, right? But you want money. So what you will do, you will go into your mind and envision you having money in your pocket. You will feel the money in your pocket. While in the vision, you will take out the money. You will count the money. You will smell the money. You will look at the color of the money. You see? Then you will take the money and you will go to whatever stores you want to go to in your imagination and buy whatever you want to buy in there and do the whole process. Go there, buy the stuff, come back, put it in the house, see it in the house, see everything done. You see it? But then now when you come out of that imaginary vision, here comes your conscious mind telling you that, hey, that wasn't real. Ain't none of that around here. You didn't do that. You ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? That is what your conscious mind will tell you, which is operated by your five senses, to which you must be able to still them. Still that conscious mind to the point that you now tell the conscious mind, no. You know what I'm saying? I am having those things. And you, the conscious mind, will see the proof in a small time. You see it? So in order to do that, you have to obtain the mind of a child, where you can let go of things easily. Most of the time, we as adults, we hold on to concepts and beliefs, and it's making it hard for us to be able to enter into the kingdom of heaven, enter into our mind and believe that we have something and then walk in the way of having it to receive it. Many of I can't do it. All those thoughts, those memories of you not having it, all your doubts of that not being true is going to come in and just going to strangle it and take it out. And you wouldn't be able to manifest. So this is what they're speaking about. Entering the kingdom of heaven. Entering into your mind to receive things in this reality. You see it, my people. You know? So all of this is done through the power of faith. You see it. And what is faith? Controlled thought with unwavering belief that it is what it is. So you're controlling your thought with a firm belief that that is what it is, and nothing could shake you or move you from it. That's why they say heaven and earth will be destroyed before you, but you will hold to that word, hold to that vision, and don't turn from it. You see it? And that's a child. If you tell a child something, that child will hold to that. That child will believe that with all its fiber in its being and say that is true. Especially you as their parent who treat them good and give them all the things they want. Nah, man. Ain't nothing as a child. You know, the parent tell them they would believe is a lie. They would take everything their parents tell them as the truth. So that is how your mind must be now. You must be able to take everything that you tell yourself as truth, even though before you didn't believe that. You know what I'm saying? So, to be born again and come as a child to enter the kingdom of heaven is the renewing of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Is giving and forgiving. Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Rejoicing. You know? Living a life in joy and splendor with love and unity to one another. Fulfilling the very word of your mouth to yourself and to others. If you tell someone you're going to do something for them, do it. Don't tell them you're going to do it and then don't do it. And then you expect your very word to obey you. It's not going to do it, people. Remember. You know what I'm saying? So I do give thanks for the eyes them joining in. And I pray that this video was edifying to each and every eye. You see it? And that we must continue to be converted and become as children to enter into the kingdom of heaven, which is our mind, in order to receive all the things that we desire in this creation. You see it? So until such time, my royal family, we do give thanks for each and every eye in existence, because I could not be here without the I being there. Holy I am.